Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to Times Now Live. I'm Pratibha and thank you for joining us this afternoon. Let's begin with breaking updates coming in from Tamil Nadu, where the resolution against the Waqf amendment has been passed in the Assembly. So the Anti-Waqf resolution has been passed in the Tamil Nadu Assembly. The BJP has opposed the resolution and staged a walkout. My colleague Vashini is joining us on the broadcast with the details. Vashini, after Kerala and Karnataka, Tamil Nadu becomes the third state to pass the Anti-Waqf amendment resolution. What are the details of the resolution that has been unanimously passed in the Assembly?
Well, yes, today the resolution against the Waqf Amendment Bill was brought in by the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin. When he proposed it, he spoke about how this is, this is going to disrupt the religious harmony and the social, unity that is prevailing in the country. And he also spoke about how this was mainly brought in. The Waqf Bill was brought in 1954 to regulate the assets and the properties that belong to the minority Muslim community. And then it was amended a couple of times in 1995 and 2003 for certain reasons. But now the amendments that the Union BJP government is trying to bring in are unconstitutional and not democratic is what he says. He also mentions that how the JPC that was, taking observations throughout the country did not take the recommendations that were given by opposition parties. In spite of DMK MPs A. Raja and M.M. Abdullah being a part of this, the recommendations were not taken and the Union government just, gave an approval to the JPC's recommendations, which is still does not have whatever the opposition parties are saying. And that is why this has to be stopped, is what he said. He also spoke about how non-Muslim members are going to be brought in, which is not good. How the interference of governments will be more in these Waqf boards, which is also not good.
With us, Mr. Saravanan is joining us on the broadcast from the DMK. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Saravanan. The Anti-Waqf amendment resolution has been passed in the Tamil Nadu Assembly, but the BJP says that this is vote bank politics by the DMK.
See, we all know who does vote bank politics, which party divides the entire country on the basis of religion, and which party delivers the most number of hate speeches. All of the entire country is aware of it. And when we speak about the Waqf Act, this is a protection given, guaranteed to our Muslim brothers by our constitution, which is a secular constitution. By way of this Waqf Amendment Act, the BJP is trying to snatch away the rights enjoyed by them so long. That is the reason why we want to oppose it. Even in the Joint Parliamentary Committee, our leader, Mr. A. Raja, has been vociferously opposing and has exposed how the JPC is partial, how they have scheduled meetings, how they did not take into account the contrary views at all. So our Chief Minister has thought that it should be opposed. That is the reason this resolution is passed in the Assembly.
Okay, but what do you intend with this resolution? Because the centre has clarified time and again that it was the demand of the opposition to have a joint parliamentary committee. In fact, like you mentioned, the DMK members were also part of it. Members of every opposition party was part of this JPC. And there have been multiple meetings that have taken place, multiple suggestions that had been made as well, after which these amendments have been brought in. So BJP says that this was the demand of the opposition. We gave in, a JPC had been formed, and yet the opposition continues to oppose it.
See, what is the purpose of forming a JPC? The purpose of forming a JPC is to get the contrary views and respect the views of the other people who are opposed to the BJP. But you conducted the JPC, but you have not made any substantial amendments to the original Waqf Amendment Act. You are just did that for tokenism. JPC is for tokenism, so that everybody can know, you asked JPC, we did JPC. But what is the outcome? The amendment suggested by the other members of the JPC has not been taken into account at all. See, in a constitutional democracy, only the courts can have the right to decide title suits. Nobody else can decide title suits. That is the problem here. By this Waqf Amendment Act, the executive decides to sit on title disputes. They can write orders which will dispossess somebody of their property, which cannot be done by an executive order. That is the problem.
All right. BJP says that it is land loot that was happening in the name of Waqf, and that's what we want to course correct. Mr. Saravanan, thank you for joining us with the DMK's perspective on that. The resolution has been passed in the Tamil Nadu Assembly. Kovai Satyan of the AIADMK is also on the broadcast with us. Mr. Kovai Satyan, what is the stand of the AIADMK on the resolution?
From the beginning of this Waqf amendment, our stand is very clear. Please take the minority stakeholders into confidence and ensure that their voices and concerns are being properly addressed before passing the amendment. And what is surprising is, if the JPEC's recommendations were not taken into account, what DMK is expected is to challenge it in the judiciary. Why they are in a hurry to pass a resolution in the Tamil Nadu Assembly? What is that they have found it is detrimental in the amendment? And what is their solution? Why DMK is in a hurry to pen a narrative that the entire Waqf amendment is detrimental? Even during their regime, there were 2-3 amendments. The point here is, everybody are willing to play a vote bank politics based on caste, creed and religion. At AIADMK's party ideologies, we don't take stands based on caste, creed and religion. We are saying, please take into confidence of the stakeholders. Here, the stakeholders are the minorities. Win their confidence and ensure that it has been properly taken care. Why BJP and DMK are in a hurry to get things done?
Okay, all right. In fact, the AIADMK stand very interesting because this comes at a time when there are also speculations that the BJP and the AIADMK might get into an alliance. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Kovai Satyar. In fact, Chief Minister M.K. Stalin criticized the bill while he was addressing the Assembly. He alleged that it reflected the centre's selfish intentions and is detrimental to Muslims. In fact, Stalin pointed out that the bill would restrict the power of the Waqf board while granting more control to the centre, and it would be an attempt to include non-Muslims in the board, which he said was unacceptable. He warned that the amendments could lead to unwanted interference in the management of Waqf properties.
நாடாளுமன்ற கூட்டுக்குழு நிராகரித்திருக்கிறது. நாடாளுமன்ற கூட்டுக்குழு முடிவுகளுக்கு ஒன்றிய அமைச்சரவை ஒப்புதலும் வழங்கிவிட்டது. இந்த நிலையில் வக்ஃப் திருத்த சட்டமானது எந்த நேரத்திலும் நாடாளுமன்றத்தில் தாக்கல் செய்யப்படலாம். இஸ்லாமிய மக்களை வஞ்சிக்கும் சட்டத்திற்கு எதிரான நமது எதிர்ப்பை பதிவு செய்ய வேண்டியது அவசியம் என்று நான் கருதுகிறேன். சிறுபான்மையின மக்களுக்கு எதிரான மத சுதந்திரத்தை நிராகரிக்கும் அரசியலமைப்பு சட்டத்துக்கு விரோதமான வக்ஃப் நோக்கத்துக்கு எதிரான நீதிமன்ற தீர்ப்புகளுக்கு முரணான குழப்பமான தேவையற்ற பல்வேறு பிரிவுகள் வக்ஃப் சட்ட திருத்தத்தில் இருக்கின்றன. இந்த திருத்த சட்டமானது வக்ஃப் அமைப்பையே காலப்போக்கில் செயல்பட விடாமல் முடக்கிவிடும். எனவே நாம் இதனை எதிர்க்க வேண்டியவர்களாக இருக்கிறோம். மத நல்லிணக்கு அனைவருக்குமான அரசு என்ற இலக்கணத்தை அடிப்படையாக கொண்டு நாம் ஒரு தீர்மானத்தை நிறைவேற்ற வேண்டும் என்று கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறேன். தீர்மானம்: இந்திய திருநாட்டில் மத நல்லிணக்கத்துடன் அனைத்து மதங்களை சார்ந்த மக்களும் ஒற்றுமையாக வாழ்ந்து வருகின்றனர். அனைத்து மக்களுக்கும் அவரவர் மதங்களை பின்பற்றுவதற்கு அரசமைப்பு சட்டம் உரிமை வழங்கியிருக்கிறது. அதை பேணி காக்கும் கடமை தேர்ந்தெடுக்கப்பட்ட அரசுகளுக்கு உள்ளது. ஆனால் அதற்கு மாறாக சிறுபான்மையின இஸ்லாமிய சமுதாய மக்களுக்கு கடுமையான பாதிப்புகளை ஏற்படுத்தும் வகையில் 1995 ஆண்டின் வக்ஃப் சட்டத்தினை திருத்துவதற்கு கடந்த 2024 ஆண்டு ஆகஸ்ட் மாதம் ஒன்றிய அரசு மக்களவையில் அறிமுகம் செய்துள்ள வக்ஃப் வாரிய திருத்த சட்ட முன்வடிவினை வக்ஃப் அமெண்ட்மெண்ட் பில் 2024 முழுமையாக திரும்பப் பெற வேண்டும் என்று ஒன்றிய அரசை இப்பேரவை வலியுறுத்துகிறது என்ற தீர்மானத்தை நான் முன்மொழிந்து அமைகிறேன்.
So while this was a claim that was made by the Chief Minister amid this showdown, the BJP has hit out at the Stalin government, accusing the DMK of appeasement, accusing the DMK of indulging in vote bank politics. Listen in.
After Karnataka and Kerala, now Tamil Nadu Assembly is all set to pass a resolution against the Waqf bill because the DMK government, just before election, wants to play this vote bank card. Those who swear by Samvidhan, what locus does any assembly have when it comes to a bill which the parliament can pass? Also, what is the message being given? Somebody in Patna is saying that our Qabristans will be taken away, our masjids will be locked up. Somebody is saying Inshallah ek honge to jeetenge. Somebody is saying Shaheen Bagh bata denge. Waqf bahana hai, dange lagana hai, mahol bigadna hai, vote bank ki dukaan sajana hai.
So the BJP has now hit out at the DMK government, saying this is nothing but vote bank politics that they are indulging in. In fact, with that, let's also tell you the Anti-Waqf bill has become the latest flashpoint in the opposition's attack against the government. In fact, from rallying cries of Ek rahenge to jeetenge to even warnings of civil war and insurgency, The opposition has now turned to fear-mongering over the proposed Waqf reforms. In Patna, during an anti-Waqf protest, two major opposition voices slammed the centre. The RJD leader Tejaswi Yadav said, "Ek hokar ladenge to inshallah hum jeetenge." That's a statement that was made by him. While the AIMIM MLA Akhtarul Imam from Bihar want that the bill is like a sword hanging over Muslims, claiming that if passed, then mosques would be locked and graves would be destroyed. Listen in to what these leaders actually said.
ये तानाशाही जिस प्रकार से सरकार चला रही है, देश को तोड़ने का काम कर रही है, लेकिन अफसोस कि कुछ दल ऐसे हैं जो सत्ता के लोभ में इस बिल का समर्थन देने का काम कर रहे हैं। एक होकर के हम लोग लड़े तो इंशाअल्लाह हम लोगों की जीत तय है। आज मुसलमान बहाना है, इसके बाद हो सकता है सिख धर्म में चर्चों पर और धर्मों पर प्रहार किया जाएगा।
मोदी इस मुल्क में मुसलमानों को चैन से जीना भी नहीं देना चाहते हैं और कब्रिस्तान में चैन से दफनाया जाए उसके लिए भी हालात वो खराब कर रहे हैं। अगर ये काला कानून बन गया तो न जाने कितनी मस्जिदों में ताले लगेंगे, खानकाहें वीरान होंगी और कब्रिस्तानों में बुल्डोजर चलेंगे। हम इस मुल्क में खाना जंगी नहीं चाहते हैं। ये नंगी तलवार है मुसलमानों के गर्दनों पर, ये नंगी तलवार है देश के संविधान पर, ये नंगी तलवार है हिंदुस्तान के सोशल फैब्रिक हिंदू मुस्लिम सिख ईसाई के इत्तेहाद पर।
So this is a fear-mongering that has been going on from the opposition leaders. With that, let's shift our attention now. A day after UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath spoke on the three-language issue, questioning why Hindi faces hatred, he emphasized that language unites rather than divides and urged that dividing the country based on language or region is unacceptable. The Tamil Nadu Chief Minister has now hit out at Yogi Adityanath and said that the UP Chief Minister wants to lecture on hate, saying that he should spare them, saying that this is ironical. In fact, it's black comedy. That's a statement that came in from the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister, who said that they do not need any lessons from the UP Chief Minister.
BJP is certainly rattled after the successful formation of Joint Action Committee to address the most partial delimitation that could happen if that happens on a population basis. Now we have a Chief Minister of the Uttar Pradesh who is an ambassador of hate mongering as far as people of South know him. There are very many hate speeches. He was booked in the past for the hate speeches. It is unfortunate that we have come to a situation where Yogi Adityanath will teach about hate and love. It's irony. It's absolute irony.
So the DMK says it's irony if the UP Chief Minister wants to preach to the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister. Response coming in from Stalin himself. But listen in to what Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath actually said in the interview. And he had a very clear message that there should be no hatred towards any language, including Hindi.
देश को भाषा के नाम पे या क्षेत्र के नाम पे नहीं बांटा जाना चाहिए। और हम आभारी हैं प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के, जिन्होंने वाराणसी में लगातार काशी तमिल संगमम के इस बार तीसरे संस्करण को भी यहां पे आयोजित करवाया। यानी एक तरफ काशी है और उत्तर प्रदेश है, जिसमें काशी तमिल संगमम का आयोजन हो रहा है। तमिल भारत की प्राचीनतम भाषाओं में से एक है और इसका इतिहास उतना ही पुराना है जितना संस्कृत का इतिहास है। हर भारतीय के मन में तमिल के प्रति श्रद्धा और सम्मान का भाव है, तो हिंदी से नफरत क्यों? भाषा कोई तोड़ती नहीं है, वो जोड़ने का काम करती है। जब इन लोगों के वोट बैंक खिसकते हैं तो ये लोग इसी प्रकार की क्षेत्रीयता की और भाषाई आधार पर बांटने की दुर्भिसंधि करते हैं। जनता जनार्दन को देश की एकता के लिए इस प्रकार के किसी भी षड्यंत्र से हमेशा सचेत रहना।